Sneasler is the new evolution of Hisuian Sneasel and is one of the new Hisuian Pokémon introduced in Pokémon Legends Arceus, which released last year. Sneasler will be coming to Pokémon Scarlet and Violet along the other Hisuian Pokémon somewhere between now and June with Pokémon Home compatibility, and it looks to be a very strong addition to Gen 9 competitive singles and maybe even too strong. So why is that? Sneasler is basically what would happen if Toxicroak and Hawlucha had a baby and gave it steroids every day, because unlike these Pokemon, it's actually very good. That's why Toxicroak and Hawlucha are very mad and they are now seeking vengeance. They told me that all of you watching right now should like the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new to give them the vengeance they so desperately want. I didn't make that up, it's actually true. Sneasler has amazing offensive stats with a high 130 base in attack and a high base speed at 120. Sneasler also has a good offensive typing with fighting poison, further boosted by its powerful step moves such as close combat and gong shot. Furthermore, Sneasler's other moves do not disappoint. Sneasler has other powerful moves such as U-turn to provide momentum for the team, fake out, trailblaze and sword sense to further increase its high attack stat. Sneasler also has its very powerful signature move, Dire Claw. Dire Claw is an 80 base power physical poison move that has a 50% chance to inflict a status, with this being sleep, paralysis or poison. This is a very strong move as it can potentially allow Sneasler to break through or cripple its counters by inflicting them with these status effects, making it harder to deal with defensively. Sneasler also has two good abilities, with these being Unburden and Poison Touch. Unburden doubles Sneasler's speed stat when it uses its health item, though this boost will be lost when Sneasler switches out or gains a new ability or item. Poison Touch gives all of Sneasler's contact moves a 30% chance to poison a target when hit by said moves. It also has Pressure, but that's not that useful on an offensive Pokemon, so whatever. Unburden and Poison Touch both have their usage and give Sneasler some versatility. Poison Touch is a great ability on Choice Band sets, as Unburden is useless and Sneasler has a lot of contact moves like the moves that have already been mentioned. This makes it slightly easier for Sneasler to wall break, as it can potentially cripple a switch in with poison. It should be noted however that poison types like Toxapex completely wall Sneasler as they resist both step moves, and Sneasler lacks the necessary coverage to hit them, making this ability significantly worse. Unburden allows Sneasler to act as a dangerous sweeper. In past generations, Hawlucha was a good Unburden sweeper as well. The big problem with Hawlucha, however, is that it was pretty much dead weight until the end of the match. Hawlucha lacks the initial power and was very reliant on its item being removed to get the full power of acrobatics. Sneasler, however, does not have this problem. Sneasler is already very strong and fast initially and has two already powerful step moves, which means it's not dead weight and can be sent out throughout the match multiple times. Sneasler also does have access to acrobatics, which it can use with Terra Flying to gain another very powerful step move with Unburden active. The only problem with Unburden right now is it can be tricky to activate consistently. In the past, Hawlucha had the luxury of the top boost being very good and as a result terrain being up a lot, so it could use one of the seed items to instantly consume its item with terrain up. For example, if paired with Tapu Lele and its psychic terrain, Hawlucha could run a psychic seed and instantly consume it to activate Unburden and get a free stat boost as well. Right now the top books are not in the game, which limits this strategy to psychic terrain teams with Indeedee or electric terrain teams with Pincurchin. Psychic terrain teams are quite viable in the Gen 9 OU tier, but Pincurchin is not a great pick however. As alternatives, Sneasler could potentially run a White Herb, since that will activate after the stat roll from close combat, or a Citrus Berry to restore its health, or maybe a Red card to force out a Pokemon that hits it while it's setting up. These items are however not that consistent and require some setup, unlike the seed items. It should be noted that Sneasler is already very fast without any speed investment, which means it could run max HP EVs on Unburden sets and still outspeed the entire metagame with Unburden boost. The last thing I want to mention is that Sneasler has some defensive utility as well, since it naturally resists Stealth Rock and can remove toxic spikes with its poison typing. Check out my video on why Shettil recently got banned from Gen 9 competitive and let me know your thoughts about Sneasler in Gen 9. Do you think it will be broken? Thank you for watching and see you next time.